Ladies and gentlemen, the other big story of the day is on M.K. Stalin supporting Donald Trump. Now, M.K. Stalin is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. He's on a foreign trip. Presently, he's in Europe, and he has perhaps taken inspiration from Rahul Gandhi and from foreign soil attacked India and supported Donald Trump. He says, how is it fair that for the sake of providing cheap Russian crude oil to oil refineries in Gujarat, you allow our exporters who create thousands of job opportunities to languish? Now, this happens in the aftermath of a major protest that happened in Tirupur, where a lot of jobs are at stake and the local economy has been severely affected, and there is an anticipation of further impact because of the 50% American tariffs. M.K. Stalin is therefore essentially making a point of Gujarat versus Tamil Nadu. The use of words is very, very clear. Ahead of the Tamil Nadu elections, he's playing a Tamil Nadu versus Gujarat card, saying that jobs are being lost in Tirupur in Tamil Nadu, elsewhere in Tamil Nadu, and refineries in Gujarat are benefiting. Now, those refineries he's talking of are benefiting are Reliance refineries, but they are also refineries that are being operated by an Indian company on Indian soil. Is it fair of M.K. Stalin to try and use this as an opportunity to play a Gujarat versus Tamil Nadu card? How different is it from the same strategy the Congress party played, where in the aftermath of Pahalgam, there was a Congress leader who said, we in Jammu and Kashmir suffer, but do people in Tamil Nadu suffer? See, in moments of crisis, it is my firm view that the country needs to come together, leaders need to come together, and therefore it's very unfortunate that M.K. Stalin should be playing that line. Specifically follows the statement of Peter Navarro, White House trade advisor, who said certain Brahmins are benefiting from the purchase of Russian oil, which again seems to be a reference to certain companies and owners of certain companies in India who are buying Russian crude and exporting the processed product elsewhere to the world, maybe to Ukraine, maybe to Europe, maybe to the rest of the country, rest of the world, and maybe to America itself. Ladies and gentlemen, my point is this. This is not correct. First, Stalin goes on European soil, criticizes India. Secondly, he says we should negotiate with the US when he knows fully well that it is against national interest to allow a negotiation on Trump's conditions. Thirdly, when he knows that this is becoming a matter of national pride, whether it is M.K. Stalin or Rahul Gandhi, to even appear to be standing with the American president is patently and fundamentally wrong. But worst of all, to try and make this a case of benefits for Gujarati companies or companies in Gujarat and loss for workers in Tamil Nadu is extremely opportunistic, ladies and gentlemen. On this very point, let's debate.
After parroting Trump's dead economy jibe against the Indian economy,
everybody knows that the Indian economy is a dead economy. I'm glad that President Trump has stated a fact.
the INDI alliance is at it yet again. 3 days after Trump's trade advisor Peter Navarro's bizarre and racist rant over India's trade policies by invoking the caste system to fuel divide in Indian society, Tamil Nadu's chief minister has picked up a similar line that stands inimical to India's interest vis-a-vis the tariff war. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, in a shocking post, argued that the youth of Tamil Nadu and many states are suffering for the sake of providing cheap Russian oil for refineries in Gujarat, leaving exporters languished. The similarity and timing of the statements is as uncanny as it gets. Meanwhile, Trump's tirade against India continues.
Are you considering taking away some of the tariffs that you've imposed on India?
No, we get along with India very well. But India has, you have to understand, for many years it was a one-sided relationship. Only now, since I came along, and because of the power that we have with tariffs, India was charging us tremendous tariffs, about the highest in the world. They were about the highest in the world, number one. And we therefore weren't doing much business with India, but they were doing business with us because we weren't charging them. Foolishly, we weren't charging them.
from challenging India's nationhood?
India is not described as a nation. In our constitution, the line is India, that is Bharat, is a union of states.
To dividing India on religion.
The fight is about whether he, as a Sikh, is going to be allowed to wear his turban in India.
To calling for all-out foreign interference.
My job, as I see it, is to defend the democratic nature of this country. And I will do whatever I have to do.
The only question emerges, when it comes to nation and its challenges, why is INDI keen on taking an anti-India line?
Now, this is a point of concern. First, the Congress, and now the DMK is taking a pro-Trump and anti-India line. Why so? Pull her out. Why so?
Shall I give you my opinion? Hello?
Of course. Of course. Why so was my simple question. Why so? Give me your opinion. Do you want some time to prepare?
No, there's nothing. There's a very simple question I ask. What very simple thing the whole country is asking. Who benefited? How much Russian oil was imported? Who benefited? Did the government collect taxes? That's all. Nothing has come out. It should have come out very logically. Everybody will be curious. All these issues would go away if the government had responded positively. We imported this much oil. It is refined. We bought so much taxes. We gained this. We gained so much foreign exchange. There's nothing. There's silence. I think you have said it very correctly. It's not a question of you speaking from foreign soil or Indian soil.
If I heard you correctly, you're saying, why is one company the beneficiary of importing Russian oil and exporting?
I said, who has imported the oil? Where was it used? How much government taxed on it? That's all. Nothing is known. That's all. That's all people want.
So listen. I mean, let's not try to second guess each other. I ask you a question here today. Everyone on, please. So let's not be suggestive. Your point is that Reliance has benefited, and Reliance has imported the crude oil from Russia. So who would you want, if not Reliance or whatever? Do you want what? Haldirams to process the crude oil? Should we ask Haldirams to send the processing to one of their refineries?
Whoever imports it, how much is the excise collected? What do they do with it? What is the GST?
I understand. I mean, do you have the facility? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? Who should we tell? You want Bharat Matrimony to start refining crude oil? Which company do you want? Only those who have the capacity will.
How much they imported?
Anyway.
How much they imported? How much taxes?
No, who will import it? Can you import it? Okay, Sanju is on the debate, ladies and gentlemen. This debate happening in the context of a very controversial tweet by MK Stalin, who says, how fair is it that for the sake of oil, providing cheap crude Russian oil to refineries in Gujarat, you allow our exporters who create thousands of job opportunities to languish, immediately negotiate with the United States. Now, why are we making it a Gujarat versus, next question, Sanju is coming in on this. You see, this is dangerous. I want Sanju to come in with Anmol. The point being made is refineries in Gujarat are benefiting, not refineries in India. And we in Tamil Nadu are suffering. Look at the thinking. The question would be, would people in Tamil Nadu also benefit because of the lower prices of oil, because we are importing crude oil from Russia? Of course, people in Tamil Nadu would benefit and Assam would benefit. I want Sanju to respond, and then she'll be locked in the debate with Anmol. Sanju, has it become a Gujarat versus other states, Reliance versus other companies issue?
Arnab, let's get one thing very clear. MK Stalin has nothing to show by way of performance. Please Let your audience know that today at more than 8.5 lakh crore, if there are two states which are the most indebted states in India, one is the state of Tamil Nadu and the second is Punjab. Punjab, the overall GSDP is around 8 lakh crore and the debt is more than 4.3 lakh crore, which means Punjab's debt to GSDP ratio is more than 53%. And ditto goes for Tamil Nadu. Please also understand that MK Stalin keeps talking about the fact that, the central government is appropriating a lot of taxes by way of excise duty on petrol and diesel. My simple point for the opposition is this, Arnab, very quickly in 20 seconds, and this is something which your audience will love because there's a fake narrative being spread and I need to lay down the hard facts. Assuming that the price of petrol is 100 rupees, basic rate is 32.97 rupees a litre, central government tax is 21.58 rupees a litre, state government VAT, surcharge and levies are 41.67 rupees a litre, distributor margins are 3.78 rupees a litre, which means effectively speaking, state government taxes account for 41.67% of the final petrol price paid by a Sanju Verma or an Arnab Goswami at the petrol pump, whereas the central government eventually takes in only 21.58% of the final price. And my limited point to MK Stalin is, stop this North versus South, Gujarat versus Chennai. You tell me, why is it that the VAT on fuel in Tamil Nadu is 39.7%? Will the Congress tell me why the VAT on Karnataka on fuel is 38.4%? Will the Congress tell me why the VAT on fuel in Telangana is 39.99%? And as far as Bhagwant Mann is concerned, the state has been ruined by floods. It is the central government's NDRF which is working 24/7. 48 hours back, what was Bhagwant Mann doing or not? He was gallivanting with the DMK leaders, laughing and enjoying life, जबकि पंजाब में जो लोग हैं वो तहस नहस हो चुके हैं, उनके घर बर्बाद हो चुके हैं, उनके बिजनेसेस बर्बाद हो चुके हैं. And my final point is only this. There is a story which is now going to get very, very serious. In the last 3 months, Arvind Kejriwal has notched up a bill of 87 lakh rupees by using the Punjab state aircraft for his personal services as if it was his personal Wagoner. A state like Punjab, which is in the throes of bankruptcy and is borrowing 40,000 crores every quarter from the RBI. Why is it that Kejriwal is being allowed to use the state aircraft of Punjab like his personal Wagoner? Iska jawab kaun dega? And I was on a debate a few minutes back on another channel, and when I made this point, and I will name that person, I hope Anmol will not go that path. Jasmine Shah had the audacity to say Sanju Verma is very indecent, very uncouth. Why? If I call out Kejriwal's corruption, do I become indecent? If I expose Bhagwant Mann's corruption, do I become vulgar? If I expose Aam Aadmi Party's incompetence in Punjab, you could not control law and order, you could not control the drug menace, you are able to do nothing during floods. The Modi government gives money to you from the NDRF, the SDRF funds. You spend that by, appointing somebody like a Bibhav Kumar, who's out on bail for beating Swati Maliwal as the chief advisor to Bhagwant Mann.
No, wait, we're losing track now. Now you're losing track. You're losing track now. Losing track now, Sanju. One minute. Losing track. We're going off track. Let's remain focused here. Look here, Anmol. This is very bad. You are choosing to be with Donald Trump at this time. And Donald Trump is abusing and attacking India every day. I just had a soundbite which came in, by the way, Anmol, where Vladimir Putin says you cannot push a country of 1.5 billion people. And at home, every second day, every Congress ally is taking an opposite position. I must congratulate you on having freed yourself from the clutches of the Congress, at least technically, recently. But will that extend to supporting the government and taking on the India alliance, which is standing with Trump at a time like this? Anmol.
Arnabji, I appreciate that you didn't interrupt when the BJP spokesperson was speaking, and your viewers would appreciate if they get to hear my version. because although this debate was not about Punjab, but at this point of time, we know that Punjab is the state which has been hit worst by the floods in the last 5 decades. Sanjuji said that NDRF is working and all that, which is the reality is that since last many days, not a single spokesperson, and including not a single spokesperson of Bharatiya Janata Party and our Prime Minister Modi ji uttered a single word on those flood conditions. All our MLAs, MPs, all our party workers are working tirelessly. Punjab withstood with our nation shoulder to shoulder in every hour of crisis.
They on the latest situation and ask how forces could be coordinated. So you're talking rubbish. You're talking out of your hat, Anmol. You got it so wrong on that one.
No, Arnab
anyway,
ji,
you got to answer my
ji,
question.
Arnab,
I'm not discussing
the
politics over the floods right now. Please come to the point. Stack up on the point. Stack up on the point.
I'll respond to that. Then you must ask Prime Minister to give 60,000 crores of Punjab, because we need our funds. 60,000 crores, which is pending, with the center.
On the politics of the floods in Punjab, you are using that. Most unfortunately, you are using that as an escape route. You are looking for an escape route because you do not want to criticize the Congress and the DMK who are siding with Donald Trump, because you know you want to go back to them.
देश के प्रधानमंत्री को शर्म आनी चाहिए कि पंजाब जो कंधे से कंधा मिला के देश के साथ खड़ा रहा, उनके लिए एक शब्द नहीं बोला उन्होंने। शर्म आनी चाहिए, शर्म आनी चाहिए। भ्रष्टाचार की बात करते हैं, आप लोगों से बड़े भ्रष्टाचारी कोई नहीं है, आप लोगों से बड़ा भ्रष्टाचारी कोई नहीं है। अब आप नहीं रोकेंगे अर्नब जी, अब आप भाजपा के प्रवक्ता को नहीं रोकेंगे, आप भाजपा के प्रवक्ता को अब नहीं।
What are you people doing? You're not on the point. Both of you have moved away. Both of you are using this opportunity to try and change the subject of the debate to something that suits you. But how fair is that? What am I debating tonight, Ishkaran? I am debating. What am I debating tonight? You both have to stop. I will steer this back on track. I am debating whether it is fair to stand directly or indirectly with Donald Trump at a time like this. Ishkaran is on the debate with Akhil Swami. Ishkaran.
Arnab, the very start, who is Peter Navro to know what are the potential fault lines in India? Who tutored him on this? Brahmins are making profit, and then you have people jumping to say he's talking about Boston Brahmin, a term not in common parlance, a term belonging to history, a term having no contextual impact with what he was trying to say about India. So not only about North-South, firstly, who is tutoring, who is feeding, who are the anti-Indians, the Jaichand, who are telling somebody like Navro to start talking about Brahmins? Then is it about Brahmins? It's not even about Brahmins. He wants us to open the agriculture sector. We don't want to open. Every community, every caste is a part of agriculture. He wants to impose tariffs at a gunpoint. Every caste in India is trading. It's not about Brahmins. Forget about Adani who are not Brahmins. So who tutored Peter Navro is the first step, because this tutoring always happens from the enemy within Bharat. The second aspect, a lot of those enemies got exposed because instead of calling out racist comments, any community, if you identify it in this manner, try to paint a target on it, as per international norms, which we are taught in US, would be a racist attack. Nobody told it that. They started defending it. Now we go one step further. We know people who want to eradicate Sanatan Dharam, but we go further. There are people now who are trying to create a divide between state to state. Say this state is doing that, that state is doing that. And we hear this logic very often that X state produces this much money, gets Y amount of money. That's all over the world. California, what is the revenue California generates? What does it get? Or New York generate? What does it get? Because we have nations, and nations are united. Otherwise, even within a state, there might be southern part of a state which does more and northern part does less. Haryana, Gurgaon does maximum, UP, Noida does maximum. So how far would you divide nations, divide states, divide castes? That is the main problem. Not only Navro, people in India who support Navro, people in India who tutor these US think tanks, people in India who carry out that agenda, and unfortunately, a lot of those people are in media, Arnab, who carry this propaganda.
Just one point. I just want to tell our viewers, because Peter Navarro is not really a very well-known person in our country. So So who is Ishkaran talking about?
You gave
Ishkaran
a
is
free
talking about
BJP
this
spokesperson,
madman
but I was not
called
even
Peter
allowed
Navarro.
to complete my point.
Peter Navarro is Donald Trump's attack dog.
Party has
He
made
is the
Punjab
attack
banker.
dog
Yes or no?
of
The
Donald
answer
Trump.
is yes.
And
Has MK Stalin
it is very
made
unfortunate that the Congress is supporting Trump and his attack dog.
प्रधानमंत्री जी
a very vicious
शर्म आनी
death
It is very
sentence?
unfortunate, Akhil,
The answer is yes.
that the Congress is supporting Trump and his attack dog.
Debt is more than 4.35 lakh crores.
There they go again, AAP versus BJP. Yes.
The pupil
Have a go. Fight each other when the country needs you to be united. Fight each other, abuse each other. Make a spectacle right now.
The advisor to Donald Trump
Akhil.
as dog. You are a idiot of the first order. The persons like you are responsible for deteriorating our relations with
MK
America.
Stalin is a
And you should be
disaster.
charged
Yes
and
or
you
no?
should be
The answer
prosecuted
is
for
yes.
this. You are responsible and you invite the other spokespersons and you are saying that their talk is rubbish. What type of childish, the idiotic, the anchor you are? You are calling and Sanatan Dharm, Ishkaran Bhandari was talking about Sanatan Dharm and their followers of BJP said that if Donald Trump wins, that will be win of Sanatan Dharm. And now you are talking,
You are busy defending
you are
Peter
abusing
Navarro of all
the
the
advisor
things.
to
You
Donald
want
Trump.
Arnab to be prosecuted
I
for
say
asking
Arnab
questions
Goswami,
on
you
Peter
should be
Navarro.
prosecuted.
I
You
really
should be
think with age you have
prosecuted
lost
for
your marbles.
calling
You
a
just said
American
Arnab should be
advisor to the
prosecuted for
President of
calling out
America
Peter
as
Navarro,
dog.
a
You should be
person who is
prosecuted for
trying
that.
to incite.
1 minute. I need to educate this. I need to educate this foolish man. The problem is not. 1 minute. Put that down. Put that down to the AAP spokesperson. I request you to put it down. Put it down. There are other ways to communicate. Put it down. Put it down. The man doesn't know English. The problem is that Akhil Swami does not know English. What are you putting up now? It's placard versus placard. I can't see. Put it up.
कल आपको
What is
arrest
this?
कर लेना चाहिए. आप
He puts a
American
placard.
president
He
के
puts a
advisor
placard.
को dog कह रहे हैं. आपको you should be arrested
Arnab
and
is
you should
calling
go to jail.
President's advisor something. Why are you crying? What is your problem with that? He has the freedom of speech to call the American president advisor.
अरे
What are you,
आपने
Islam?
यज्ञ कराया
Is he your
था
Lord and Master?
डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प
Is
को
he
जिताने
funding you
के
that you
लिए.
are so offended? If
आपने
he called names to Peter Navarro. Arnab, what is this? We are defending Peter Navarro and what you do is prosecuted for calling out Peter Navarro.
He wants me to be arrested. Let me answer.
आप डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प को
What
जिताने
is your problem? Now, 1 minute. First of all, let me explain. Everybody, I'll deal with him. Can you be quiet, all of you? All of you be quiet. I'll deal with this. I'll deal with this man. Akhil. I need his volume up. I can't hear him. Akhil, listen to me. Akhil, listen to me now. Listen to me. I called Peter Navarro as I called Peter Navarro. अरे भाई डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प के चमचे मेरी बात सुन लो. डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प के नंबर 1 चमचे मेरी बात सुन लो. डोनाल्ड I called Peter Navarro his attack dog. I didn't do गाली. It's a phrase. English में इसको phrase कहते हैं. Phrase. When you call someone attack dog, suppose I say 1 minute. Suppose I say that
go to jail. आप जेल जाएंगे. इसी सेंटेंस के लिए जेल जाएंगे.
Why will I be prosecuted and go to jail?
आप उसकी मोया मोत्रा की बात
Which
करते हैं.
sentence?
महुआ मोत्रा की बात करते हैं और आप जो उसे डॉग कह रहे हैं और इडियट कह रहे हैं और डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प को गाली दे रहे हैं.
Okay.
You should be prosecuted.
Okay. Now listen to me. Problem आपकी नहीं है. Problem is not with you. I am responding. Don't speak over me for a minute because I heard you and now you hear me, right? You see, there is a language called English which you don't understand. In English, when you call somebody attack dog, it's a phrase to say that person is super aggressive in their defense of something or somebody. It is a metaphor. It is an English phrase. When you call somebody attack dog, if I say Ishkaran, don't be... No, 1 minute. Suppose I say Ishkaran, 1 minute. Okay, Ishkaran, I'll try to explain with him. Please don't mind. I'm using it. Suppose I Ishkaran, don't be an attack dog for something that is wrong. I would say Ishkaran, that means Ishkaran, don't be super aggressive for something or someone. ये कहने का तरीका होता है, मुहावरा होता है. हेलो, अनपढ़ व्यक्ति की तरह बात मत करिए. प्रोफेसर बोलते हैं अपने आप को. Exasperating in his illiteracy.
You will regret using this word. Arnab,
I am not using a word. It's a phrase, first of all. You foolish man.
आप phrase मेरे छोड़िए, आप
Foolish
झेलिएगा.
man who doesn't understand English. I'm not going to explain to you. God, he's mad, yaar. You're totally mad. Do you know that? Has anyone told you you're completely mad? I'm saying it to you today. You're completely mad. Ishkaran, explain to him. He doesn't know English.
क्या जाने अदरक का स्वाद में आप बंदर नहीं बन जाते.
Explain, Sapularo, explain to him. He's showing his ignorance anyway.
का स्वाद उसने आपको बंदर नहीं.
Ishkaran, tell him, yeah. Wasting my time.
Common English term for somebody who is aggressive, attacking, or going. If somebody calls you a lapdog of Donald Trump, that does not mean he's calling you a dog.
On somebody's instructions.
If your argument is like a lapdog of Donald Trump, does it mean somebody is calling you a dog? He's just calling you an agent of Donald Trump.
Anyway, is this a time? The moot point is, yeah.
Somebody calling
moot
somebody
point is moot point is Sanju. No, moot point is this Sanju and Anwar, is this a time to support Trump directly or indirectly? Yeah? Okay, yeah, you arrest me for calling Peter Navarro attack dog.
Arnab Goswami is being threatened by this man on Arnab Goswami's own channel and own show. And then this lot cries about freedom of speech. You will never get this kind of freedom of speech on any other channel. You dare to threaten the owner of the channel, the chief editor of the channel, and then you start crying about freedom of expression.
Peter Navarro, Donald Trump's attack dog. What wrong did I say? I'll say it again. Okay, don't arrest me just once. Arrest me 2 times because I'm repeating it. Peter Navarro is behaving like Donald Trump's attack dog.
You apologize
What's wrong?
for this statement.
What's wrong?
You apologize for this statement.
Behaves like a lapdog. Arnab, can we call him a lapdog? Or is that also not allowed? Arnab, I question this to you. Forget lapdog. If somebody behaves like a lapdog, can we call him
Anmol, 10 seconds to respond, Anmol. 10 seconds to respond, Anmol. Only 10 seconds to you. Only 10 seconds.
Only 10 seconds for the opposition, but uninterrupted time for the party at the center. That's the reality. Arnabji, no, I must.
That's because he didn't understand the phrase "attack dog."
Not even for a second, I was allowed to respond. So, let me make my point. No Indian will ever stand. No, Arnabji, can I respond? No Indian will ever stand with Trump.
Yeah, quickly.
We stand with our farmers. We stand with crores of those workers. Crores of those workers whose
Okay. And we need to do that. And we need to be together. Tomorrow we're going to be announcing the new GST rates. That's going to be the big story. Stay united, India. When I come back at 9 o'clock, why Shehbaz Sharif is #1 on the meme fest list. When I'm back.